If you get these questions in upcoming Cognizant on-campus drive, then can you solve this problem within 30 seconds? Hello, my dear family members. I hope all of you are preparing well for your upcoming aptitude round for GENC role or GENC next or GENC pro role. Whatever it is, this video is going to be very much important because I am going to cover all of the important average questions which will be very much helpful for your any on-campus drive, off-campus drive. So please watch this video till the end. Just before that, guys, please do subscribe this channel and watch the playlist regarding any company that you want, and make sure that you are sharing and commenting something to motivate me. Thank you. Let's start. So some few facts, that is, let's say 10 numbers average is n, let all number increased by x. So what will be the average, new average, that is average plus x. Okay, so basically if you calculate from the very beginning, then you can calculate this way. Okay, but the gist is if there is 10 numbers and 10 numbers, the average is n, and later all number increased by x. Okay, so the average, new average, will be average plus x, the earlier average plus x. Okay, so then if it is decreasing by x, then average minus n. Okay, just remember this is going to be very important. Okay, average plus x, and when decreasing by x, like when it is decreasing by x, then the average will be new average will be previous average minus x, previous average minus n. Okay, and then multiplying by x, so new average will be average into x. Okay, so let me show the few more concepts. So I'm going to share few important thing. What is that? Like, what are the special cases? Like, if you cover all these cases, then no other topic will be asked to you in your exam. Okay, so let me just show that before. So if the average age of a group of persons is x years today, then after n years it will be x plus n. Okay, this is very clear. And n years ago it was average was x minus n. This is very clear. Okay, so let me show few important cases, and these are the topics, these are the cases which will be asked to you in your exam. Okay, so those are: in case of increase in average when a person joins the group, then what is the age of new member, that is previous average plus increase in average into total member including new. Okay, so I'm going to share a real example with questions, so just wait before that. Okay, so if so just remember this point, that is if in case an increase in average when a person joins the group, then the age of new member will be previous average plus increase in average. Okay, increase in average means whatever the increasing value, new increasing value, into total member including the new one. Okay, so I'm going to share real example. So from this formula you can calculate what was the previous average, or what is the increasing in average, new increasing in average. Okay, so you can calculate all these values. Okay, so let me show the next special case, that is in case of decrease in average when a person joins the group. Okay, so age of the left member will be previous average minus decrease in average into number of member including the new member. Okay, so I'm going to share real example so that it will be easier to understand. Okay, so just wait. So then the next special cases is this: in case of increase in average when a person left the group, that will be like in that case age of the left member previous average minus increase in average into number of remaining members. Okay, so then in case of decrease in average when a person left the group, decrease in average when a person left the group, then age of the left member is equal to previous average plus decrease in average into number of remaining members. Okay, so it will at the very beginning it will be very difficult to remember all those formulas, but when you will keep solving, then it will be in your hand always. Okay, so and then also the last two special cases, if the average is increased when a person replaced another person, then the age of new person will be age of person who left plus increase in average plus total number of persons. Okay, then if the average decreased when a person replaces another person, then age of new person will be, obviously in this case if you remember this formula, then you can remember this formula as well, because here only the difference is plus and minus. Okay, so age of new person is age of person who left minus decrease in average into total number of persons. Okay, so these are the 6, I think, total special cases you have to remember to calculate most of the average problems. Okay, so and also I'm going to share few important tricks which will be helpful to crack your exam very easily. Okay, so just wait. So here let's see the average of a, so this is a real question. So the average of a batsman after 10 matches was 46. Okay, 46 runs per innings. If after 11th match his average increased by 2, then what was his score in the 11th match? So basically previous 10th match average was 46, right? 10th match average is 46. So what is the total run he total achieved? That is multiply of 46 into 10, that becomes 460. And after 11th match average increased by 2, so that means average got 48. Okay, so average becomes 48 and total match number becomes 11. So 11 into 48, new total runs as of now will be 48 into 11, that becomes 528. So what is the increment in the run? That is 528 minus 460, that becomes 68. Okay, yeah, 68. So this number is the run at 11th match. Okay, score in the 11th match. But this is the normal way you can solve this problem using shortcut tricks, I mean using those formulas. So here as you can see, this is the previous average. Okay, previous average and increment in number, that is 2. Okay, increment in number, that is 2. So let me increment the first formula of the special cases, that is this age of new members, right? So that means score of new match, score of the last or new match, that is equal to previous average plus increase in average into total matches including the latest match. Okay, so that becomes, so previous age, previous average, so sorry, yeah, previous average was 46. So if we implement that, so 46 plus new increment, that is 2 into new, like total number of match, that is 11. 2 into 11, that becomes 22. So that becomes 68 only. So just if you know the formula, you can solve using just one line. Okay, so you don't have to be worried about, just remember. After calculating so much time, you will be remembering everything. Just all things is matter of your practice. Okay, so now let's see some few more examples or special cases. So averages of consecutive number or constant difference. So let's say there are various numbers, like let's say 88, 89, 89, 88, sorry, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92. This way, if the consecutive numbers present, or if you are told to get the average of these numbers, then what will be the trick? Will you add all those numbers, then will you just divide by the number of entries? No, this will be very much lengthy way. So the shortcut tricks for that is just first term plus last term by 2, you will get your desired output. So in this case, let's see 97, 99, 101, 103, 105, 111. So in this case, this is also like consecutive numbers, right? But they are yeah, they are also consecutive numbers. Okay, so that's why as it is following the consecutive numbers, so we have to implement this formula, that is first term plus last term by 2, and we will get our average. So average will be the first term 97 and last term is 111, and if we just get, like if we divide this by 2, then we'll get our what? Average. Okay, so let's see the average speed. So if you know average very good, then you can calculate speed problem, you can calculate percentage problem, you can calculate interest, you can calculate various types of problem using average formulas. Okay, so just wait. So like the shortcut tricks for these special cases, that is for x minute speed was a kilometer per hour, and for next x minute, like for the same time, speed was b kilometer per hour. So what was the total average of speed? That is a plus b by 2. The main term you have to remember, that is same time. Okay, so from this is a point a, right? Like this is a point m and this is a point n. Okay, so for, let's say this is x minute. Okay, this is x minute. So for this much of distance, so distance is not mentioned, so for this much of time, x minute, he covered the distance at a kilometer per hour, and the next x minute he covered at b kilometer per hour. So here the time is same, okay. So basically when the time is same and the speed is different, the formula to calculate average speed at full journey is a plus b by 2. Okay, let me just make it lesser width. Okay, so now when the distance is same, here the time is same. Okay, when the distance will be same, that time what will be the scenario? That is here, as you can see, from a point to b point to c point, if a point to b point distance is x kilometer and b to c is x kilometer, same distance, but for this point his speed is a kilometer per hour and his here the speed is b kilometer per hour. Okay, but the same kilometer, same distance covering at different speed. Okay, so in that time average speed for full journey will be 2ab by a plus b. So here a plus b by 2 and here 2ab by a plus b. We can calculate this using a broader way, but you can, if you just remember these formulas, then it will be easier to calculate in a shortcut way. Okay, it will save your like lot of time. Guys, if you want to watch all the videos at 2x speed, then you are welcome. You can watch at 3x as well. Just wait, like just watch and save your time anyhow. Okay, so that's the main motive, so you can save your time. Okay, so now the next special case that is very important also, that is weighted average. So there are various groups, right? Let's say in a school there are various classes, various sections. So for all sections there must be some average, right? So for all the sections there will be some average. Then you can, like there may be a requirement, you want full average of full schools. So in that case you have to get all the average of the all sections, then you will get the average of all of those, right? So this way you can get. So for that case the shortcut, like you can remember this formula, but there is a good way I'm showing that, so you can remember this, or I'm going to share the shortcut tricks more than that. Okay, so just wait, like you can remember or you can not remember as well. Let me just show that, but you can just remember this way. For n1 number of people and average is x1, for n2 number of people average is x2, for n number of people xn is the average. For that weighted average will be n1 x1 plus n2 x2 plus dot nn xn by n1 plus n2 plus dot nn. Okay, so let me just show more like for the same question, for the same cases I'm going to share more good tricks. Okay, before we proceed to the next question, guys, I want you to have the prime materials of Cognizant, in which you will get all the recent questions with answers, all the previous year questions, all the technical questions, aptitude questions, .NET, Java, Python, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, mock test, interview experience, communication assessment help, aptitude, everything you need for Cognizant, it is there for you. And if you want any other company's material, then also all of these are available at topmate.io/techno_uf. Please visit that, and the link will be given in the description box or in the comment section. Please go through that and grab the opportunity and get the job at Cognizant or any company that you want. And if you want me to help, then please DM me at my Insta handle at instagram.com/techno.ef. I'll try to assist you there. Okay, so let me start. So let me share Yeah, so this is the average of the marks obtained in an examination by 16 students was 49, 18 other student and 18 other student was 66. The average marks of all student is what? So you have to like calculate that. So if you have remembered that formula weighted average, then you can implement that easily. Okay, that is n1 x1 plus n2 x2 by n1 plus n2. You can get the desired output, right? So here, as you can see, this is a weighted average, right? So average of the marks obtained in an examination by 16 students. So this is a group number of peoples, right? So n1 was 49, this is a x1, and 18 other students was 66. So 18 number of people, that is n2, and 66 is the x2. So you can calculate the average marks of all students using this formula n1 x1 plus n2 x2 by n1 plus n2. Okay, but the shortcut trick is, let me just show that. Shortcut is, for 16 students, 49 was the average, right? And for 18 students the average was 66. So you have to, so here 49 is the smallest number, right? Among this average, 49 is the lowest. So consider the lowest at first, then convert all the other average in such a way so that 49 plus 17 we can represent this way. Okay, so 49 must be there. Okay, the smaller one should be here as well. Okay, so just divide, I mean, like make this average in such a way so that 49 comes. Okay, 49 plus 17 we have to like write. Okay, then the formula is, average will be this number 49, average will be the smaller one which we are considering 49 plus this number, last number which we are getting left over with this 17 with 18 we have to multiply. Okay, 17 into 18 by these two numbers addition, 16 plus 18. Okay, so that becomes 34. So if we just calculate, then we will get our desired output very easily. So 49 plus 9, 49 plus 9, that is becomes 58. Okay, so this is a very easy trick. I'm going to share a few more examples so it will be more clear. Just wait. Okay, so actually I have to increment this. Okay, so next problem is, if the average marks of three batches of 75, 80 and 85 students respectively is 40, 45 and 50, then the average marks for all the student will be what? So here the solutions is already mentioned, so let me just show how it is becoming. So 75 students, average is 40, and this is the lowest average among all of these, right? So consider this at first. Then for 80 students average is 45, and for 85 the average is 50, right? So write the 45 in this form, in such a way so that 40 comes, right? So 40 plus 5, then 50 should be written as 40 plus 10. Okay, then how to implement the formula for average? So average will be equal to the smaller one 40 plus this 5 into 80, this 5 into 80, I mean the leftover here 5 into 80 by all of these number additions, right? So 75 plus 85 plus 80, that becomes 240. So then plus 10 into 85 by 240, right? So this way you can get the output very easily. So as I am teaching you, that's why it is taking time, but it will be very easier when you are solving. Okay, so 40 plus, just calculate this part, guys. So 40 plus this is equal to, so 45.2. okay, so this is how you can get the solutions very easily. I'm not going to solve everything, so let me show the next type of problem. So as I have told in the very beginning, like very first video of this playlist, that is the best way to solve any problem. Shortcut methods are like hit and trial. Okay, hit and trial, assumptions, then allegation method, right? So I'm going to implement the allegation method in this problem. So let's see how to implement that. Okay, so the average salary of all the workers in a workshop is 9,600. okay, the average salary of 9 technicians is 7,000, and the average salary of the rest is 10,900. So the total number of workers is what? You have to calculate that. So the lowest number is here 7,000, and and the highest number is 10,900, right? So, and the average of all the workers is 9,600, right? So the minimum, I mean the mean value or the average value should be here, okay, should be at the middle point, then the lowest or max should be in between there, okay. So the formula to calculate that is d minus m, okay, or m minus c. So basically the formula is like d means the desired value or c means concentration value, you can say, okay. So but here the desired value is not mentioned, so you can consider that d as this one, d minus m, or m minus d this way, okay, m minus c this way. So here if we calculate 10,000 minus 9,600, that means d minus m, here d minus m, okay, so that becomes 1,300, and m minus c, c means concentration value, the lowest value actually. So 9,600 minus 7,000, that becomes 2,600, okay. So here the ratio you can see 1,300 plus, and 1,300 is to 2,600, okay. So that becomes 1:2 ratio, okay. So if d minus m is equal to 9, so total 9 technician we have already got, right? So rest of the employees are m minus c. So that means, so if it is 9 and we have already got that 1:2, so the rest of the employees should be 9 into 2, so that is 18, right? So 18 plus 9 will be total number of employees, so that becomes 27, okay. So I hope you understood. So let me go to the next problem. So guys, as I am just going through the theory part, along with I am giving you some real examples, right? So just wait for the next video in which I am going to share real questions which have been asked in the exam, okay, so that it will be easier to guess how much difficulties, how much proficiency you need to solve those problems, okay. So I hope you will watch these videos first, then you will watch the further, okay. So the question is, average marks obtained by a student in 7 subject is 47. On subsequent verification, it was found that the marks obtained by him in a subject was wrongly entered as 56 instead of 42. So the correct average of the marks obtained by him is what? So for 7 subject, the average is, for 7 subject the average is 47, right? So how much number there is a difference, that is instead of 42 he has, like, they have written 56, okay. So the difference between the actual number and the written number, that is 56 minus 42, that is 14, okay. For 7 subject 14 नंबर का डिफरेंस है, दैट मीन्स डिफरेंस आई मीन 14 नंबर का घर पर हुआ है, ठीक है. सो if we divide this 14 marks equally to the 7 subject, then as you have already seen that 56 they have written, that means they have written already more, yeah, they have already written 14 marks more, right? So that means they have to reduce 14 marks from whole average, right? So from whole average, like from each subject, if we subtract these 2 marks, then we will get our desired output. So 47 minus 2 we have to do. So 47 was the previous average, right? So total 14 marks they have given more. So if we divide this 14 by 7, then we get that 2 marks for each subject have been given more. So we have to reduce that 2, okay. So 47 minus 2, that becomes 45, okay. So this is so simple as that, but I am just making complicated, okay. So 45 is the answer. So let me go to the next question, that is, okay. So guys, and again I'm requesting you to have the prime materials in which you will get all the premium features, okay. You are getting Accenture materials, Cognizant, TCS, Capgemini, Wipro, Tech Mahindra, LTMIT, Deloitte, Infosys, Zoho, Delta X, and many other companies we are including. So you can see the prices. So you can like consider our plan lot in which you will get 9 companies along with 2 companies freely, also the mang companies, I mean product based companies freely. Okay, so this is only for the plan lot, and for plan sigma you are getting 1 free companies materials, then for plan superior you are getting 1 free materials. Okay, so you can consider any plan as per your yeah, as per your condition. Okay, so it contains recent questions with answers, previous questions, like aptitude, mock test, coding questions with answers, technical questions, interview questions, everything. Okay, so whatever you want you can consider as per your need. Okay, so let me share the next type of problem. So the problem is the average age of the team of 11 is 24 years. The average age gets increased by 2 years when the coach is added. What is the coach's age? Okay, so as you can see the problem they have solved this way. Okay, so the average age of the team of 11 is already 24 years. Okay, average of 11 team member is 24 as of now. The average age gets increased by 2 years when the coach is added. Okay, so that means total 12 members as of now. So 11 members having average 24. Now if 2 years average increase, that means from 24 to 26. So for 12 members after the coach in come, the total member will be 12 and total average will be 26. So the earlier average was 24 into 11, that becomes 24 into 11, that becomes 240 plus 24, that becomes 264. And if we just get the new average, that is 12 into 26, if we just subtract 26 into 12 minus 24 into 11, then we will get the new coach age. Okay, but there is a very simple solution for that. I'm going to share that. What is that? So this is the same formula what we have already covered in the like in the beginning. So that is 1 member increased, right? 1 member added, okay, joined, and the average increased by 2. So what is the new value? That is the previous average, that is 24. So new value or new age or the coach age will be previous value, previous age plus the increasing value, that is 2, into the total member including the new man. So that becomes 12, right? So 12 into 2, that is 24, plus 24, that becomes 28, right? So this is a very simple problem if you know the logic as well, if you know the formula as well. Okay, so I hope you understood. So let me go to the next problem, that is this. So a bus covers a certain distance at an average speed of 20 meter per hour. While returning the same distance, it runs at an average speed of 30 meter per hour. What is the average speed of the bus throughout the journey? So the key point is same distance. Okay, key point is same distance. So just point out that. Okay, so for this the like speed is different, but the same distance. The formula should be 2xy by x plus y to calculate the average speed of the journey. Okay, so 2xy plus x by y. So x is the first speed, y is the second speed. Okay, so just implement this formula, you will get the our answer. Okay, so 2 into 20 into 30 by 50, so that becomes 24. So I hope you understood. So let me go to the next problem. So the next problem is this. So out of 10 teachers of a school, 1 teacher retires and at his place a new teacher of age 25 years joins. As a result of it, the average age of the teachers is reduced by 3 years. So the age of the retired teacher is what? So the left member age you have to calculate, right? So as I have told, if someone is retiring, okay, if someone is retiring, so that means it is very miserable things for him, I don't know. Okay, so basically the question is out of 10 teachers of a school, or 10 teachers, let's say the average is x. Okay, so if a teacher is replaced, okay, so the average is reducing by 3 years. So the average, the new average is x minus 3. Okay, so for 10 members, the average reducing is minus 30. Okay, so minus 30 is the new average decreasing. So basically if you know the shortcut, that is age of new member will be equal to age of left minus decrease into total people. Okay, so age of left minus this one. Okay, so, if you will get the output, so that means age of left, that is 25, age of 25 years. Okay, so age of left, that is 25 years, then minus decrease into total people. So decrease is 3 and total people is 10, right? So minus 30 and that will be plus 30 actually. Okay, so minus 30 plus minus, so that becomes plus 30. Okay, so that becomes 55. So age of left will be 55. Okay, so I hope you understood. So the next problem is this one. So please solve the problem, guys. This is a quiz problem for you, so please solve the problem. I'm not going to solve this, so please solve this, guys. This is a quiz problem. Okay, so let me go to the next problem, that is this one. So on mixing two classes A and B students having average marks 12.5 and 20 respectively, the average age obtained is 15. Find the ratio of the students in the classes A and B. So basically you can implement the allegation method here, so as shown in the picture. So for 12.5 and 20, the average actually for the average age obtained is 15, right, for both classes. So for 12.5, the average is 15. I mean for total 15, not for 12.5. So for total the average is 15. Okay, so average marks in the class A, that is 12.5, and for B 20. Okay, so let's just implement the formula, that is D minus M and A minus C. Okay, so D minus M, 20 minus 15, that becomes 5, and M minus C, that becomes 15 minus 12.5, so 2.5, right? So this is actually 2:1 the ratio. Okay, so the question is the ratio of the students in the classes A and B. So this is the actually the students ratio in the class A and B, 2:1. Okay, so I hope you understood. If you don't understand, then just comment down that you don't understand. Okay, I'll try to assist in the comment section as well, guys. If you have any problem, any question in your mind, then just DM me at my Insta handle instagram.com/techno.tf, or if you want to discuss more, then you can join our Telegram channel t.me/cvcanna. There we can discuss more. Okay, let's say if you want various topics answers, right, so you can just discuss there. So let me go to the next problem. Actually I think I am just exaggerating the things, so let me just skip few things. Okay, so I'm just skipping. Which one should I take to make you understood? So actually this one is a very important question. So average weight of 15 apples is 92 kg. If 16 new apples are added, the new average increased by 3 kg. What will be the average weight of 16 new apples? Okay, so you can implement the formula as well, and you can go with the normal generic process. So for 15 apple, the average was 92 kg, but after 16 apple added, the average of all that becomes like 3 kg increased. That means 92 plus 3, that means 95 kg has been increased, right? So basically you have to implement that formula for weightage average, that becomes 92 into 15, that I mean x1 into n1 minus x2 minus n2 by n2 minus x2. Okay, sorry, n2 minus n1. So this way you can get, and you have to get the resultant value, I mean the mod value. Okay, so then you will get the desired output. So just implement the formula, and so x2 into n2 minus x1 into n1 by n2 minus n1. Okay, you will get the desired output. So I hope you understood. So how to calculate? So let me show the next problem. I think we have covered most of the things. So guys, this much of discussion I think enough for today's session. So if you loved this video, then please subscribe this channel, guys, and share this content with your friends, so that I can be motivated and I will be uploading more videos like that. So if you want like more shortcut tricks, then please just comment down, or you can just motivate me by giving your good words. Okay, so thank you for the session.